You've heard James say it a million times. Respect the polygon. At Weather Call, we make the polygon better. We call, text, or email you so you'll always know when you're in danger. No matter who you are, there's a Weather Call solution right for you. Check us out at weathercallservices.com.
Here's your Alabama WX weather video for this Saturday morning. I'm meteorologist Bill Murray, and what a Friday night it was across Alabama and a good part of the country. A G5 scale, top of the scale, geomagnetic storm, solar flares, exciting the Earth's atmosphere and resulting in some beautiful displays of the aurora borealis, something that hasn't been seen in Alabama in decades or maybe even centuries. Tonight in very familiar places. This is Lake Mitchell, sent to us by Miles on Twitter. Look at these pictures that Miles captured off of the sky there at Lake Mitchell in central Alabama. Spectacular magentas and pinks and reds and all sorts of incredible things. Just a remarkable night for us here in Alabama and for many people all over the country. A very well forecast event. Let's hope we do as well with the weather forecast. It's the upper pattern across North America early on this Saturday morning, showing an upper low there in the Great Lakes centered over the state of Michigan. Another one in the Four Corners and in between a ridge of high pressure dominating the central part of the country. As we go through time, the low in the Four Corners will move on out, intensify, move into Kansas here by Monday. The system over the Great Lakes will be moving out, but we'll be getting ready for our next weather maker that will come in the form of that upper low and attendant surface low that we'll have to deal with. That system will sort of open up with time into a trough, move over Alabama and the deep south, and be moving out by Thursday and Friday. Another broad, stretched out trough there, extending from the Great Lakes back into the Central Plains and even into the southwestern United States. Here we are by Friday. As that system progresses to the east, that'll mean some more weather for Alabama. It kind of links up with that trough over the Great Lakes. Another system moves through around Friday the 24th. We can see all the way out nearly to Memorial Day. This is Sunday night the 26th, showing a ridge developing there across the central part of the country, and that could mean some pretty fine weather for us here in Alabama. Now, going day by day off of the GFS, our model of choice, early on this Saturday morning, we see Alabama, beautiful conditions. Temperatures early this morning in the 50s across much of the area with generally clear skies. Those skies will see a little bit more cloudiness as we go through the day. Not much, not going to, at worst, become partly sunny. But this system moving through the Great Lakes will trail a little cold front, a weak cold front down into the south. And as it does, a few showers may show up over parts of eastern Kentucky and the middle part of Tennessee later this afternoon. Some of those could potentially brush the very far northern parts of Alabama, especially tonight after 8 o'clock or so. But, just not going to be much. A trace of rain, maybe 1/100th, something like that. Nothing to write home about. Now, lots of activities today on Saturday. The Stallions play at 3 at Protective Stadium, and of course the region's tradition going on at Greystone, an absolutely fabulous event. If you haven't ever done it, just take the day and go out there. They have great shuttles running from Highway 280. Get you in and out easily. The course doesn't feel terribly crowded, and you can see some famous players. I got to see John Daly today, who was a fairly famous golfer back in the day when I was following it a little bit more back in the 80s. But the champions tour is just an absolute delight. As we get into Sunday, though, we'll see clouds increasing over Alabama. Temperatures will be warming again to around 80 to the lower 80s in some spots. A few showers may make it into the very far southwestern parts of Alabama Sunday night. Oh, and don't forget Mother's Day tomorrow, just the day that we honor our moms. And it's going to be a beautiful day for that, although the skies will be increasingly cloudy. Temperatures climbing into the lower 80s across most of the area. That'll be after morning lows in the 50s. Now, as we get into Monday, those showers will be on the increase. I think we get through most of the day without any thunder. Certainly no severe weather, although a few claps of thunder could show up late Monday night, particularly after midnight into early Tuesday. The surface low there tracking across southern Missouri. It sort of energizes the rainfall activity there, southern Mississippi, southern Alabama. Early Tuesday, some pretty heavy rainfall amounts could be developing in northwest Florida and Alabama. Northern central parts of our state, though, will be relatively more scarce in terms of precipitation. It's going to be into Tuesday, though. A few showers still hanging out here. They'll continue into Tuesday night. And finally, we get them out of here maybe by late Wednesday night into Thursday. This is during the day on Thursday, showing dry weather across Alabama. We'll still be in the lower 80s, which is right around normal for this time of year. Overnight lows in the lower 60s. Another system working its way into the southern half of the state there Thursday night, but showers will continue in the forecast. That front lying over South Alabama lights up again on Friday. More showers and thunderstorms, and I wouldn't be surprised to see some severe weather probably late Thursday night into early Friday. We'll have to watch that closely. That system did look like it could have decent instability and shear, and that could translate into problems for us here in Alabama Thursday night and Friday. Going into Friday night, a few showers over the Tennessee Valley, showers to the south. You get the general idea that the forecast is rather unsettled, and that's true. Look, you're peeking its head off the Mexican coast. This will be probably our first Eastern Pacific tropical storm and hurricane of the year. We're turning the page into the week 2 period. It looks like some showers still over Alabama, finally moving out, giving us some dry weather by Monday. Tuesday looks pretty dry there. Wednesday, Thursday as well. Rain returns, though, by Thursday night, the 23rd, into the 24th. As we're getting into that Memorial Day weekend, it looks like a big cold front could come in and scour things out by early morning on Saturday the 25th. And that could set the stage for a pretty nice Memorial Day, back around to where we were here, back to the start of the period, which is today, of course. These are temperatures off the National Blend of Models. Right around 80 today, lower 80s tomorrow. We drop back into the 70s with the rain and cloud cover on Monday. Then we fall into a fairly typical regime for May. High temperatures ranging between 81 and 84. Overnight lows between 60 and 66. And that is pretty darn close to what we usually expect this time of year. Fabulous Weather Brains episode this week. If you haven't watched it, go back and view it on YouTube, or you can see it at our website, weatherbrains.com, or you can go back and listen in any of the normal podcast locations. You'll find the Weather Brains podcast. This week we'll be talking to Michael Iltz, who is a fairly famous name in weather. Of course, did a lot of great work in radar and is working with some very innovative projects right now that are going to improve weather forecasting as we go deeper into the 21st century. Last weather video for this Saturday the 11th. Thanks to Scott for the times he's filled in for me, getting to return the favor today. I'll do the forecast tomorrow. James will have 2-a-days starting on Monday. Scott will be back next Saturday. I'll see you next Sunday. Notes on the blog, complete update of the forecast coming up at noon. Till I get that chance to see you again tomorrow, as I always tell you, keep an eye to the sky, because there's going to be something really incredible waiting on you.